How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are checking out the sub EZA for the AGL Cell Juniors. We got these guys Rainbow Status Max Links, and we want to kind of see how they are doing here because they actually provide some much needed support for the Artificial Lifeforms team. So they got attack and defense 150%, they got an additional 30%, and chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack 10% per artificial life forms category ally on the team. So we're going to be running a full artificial life forms team in order to kind of make use of that. We're also going to be giving artificial life forms key 3 and attack defense 30%. They will launch an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super attack, and they launch an additional super attack that randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to AGL or int, or of a certain type, AGL and int excluded, to rainbow key when there's a perfect cell or cell perfect form attacking in the same turn. On their super attack, they are raising attack and defense for the turn, so they will have a little bit of defense with each of those supers that they're doing. So we're going to run this setup here, and we're going to hop on in. Alright, so not exactly the best setup we want, but we can make this setup work. We do actually want to get them with the AGL Cell, because that's going to be the better partner here. But we've got Fierce Battle, we've got 360. We do have a little bit of support from the Android 13 here. So 5 million coming out the gate. Obviously the the defense is all right. There we go, we get an additional super. Now remember, they can launch a whole bunch of supers here. There we go, we get another one. Alright, nice, and that is enough to tank double digits. Alright, so the double support on Cell is helping nicely. We get an additional super. Alright, kind of glad he didn't do that last super, because now our 13 can get a couple attacks in, hopefully. There we go, we get 2 supers, which means 2 defense raises on these guys. Remember, they do stack defense. Perfect. Alright, so let's grab this with 17. There we go. Perfect. So this is actually going to work out. Kind of best case scenario for us. I would rather these guys only have to dodge 1 attack, because I think Cell Jr. will be a little bit better with his, or not Cell Jr., AGL Cell. We'll see. Oh, okay, yeah. The 1 attack I chose to put him in front of is the super. Okay. Alright, well, hopefully AGL Cell can tank the normals here. This might actually work out for the best, because now we have int. Oh, actually, no, never mind. I was gonna say, now we could have int perfect Cell, but I don't think we're still above the threshold, I think. There we go. Alright, and let's send this guy off. So 340k, about the same as we were before. Let's grab this. Let's take that. So they do have a 70% chance to dodge right now, because we have a full artificial lifeforms team. Alright, they're actually doing pretty good damage-wise. There we go, we dodged the super, that's what we need. Now, Perfect Cell here is obviously going to be not as powerful since we don't have Big Bad Bosses active. Would have been nice to get that extra super for this guy, but we'll take this. Alright, so now this cell gets his transformation up. Alrighty. So let's do that number. Let's do that. Perfect. Okay, this dude is supering a lot. Alright, can we squeeze out? No. Okay. Well, hopefully these guys can get their attacks off then. There's one. We get a normal. No. Alright, we are just not gonna extra super with these guys today. Okay. Alrighty, so let's grab this. So since we have that other AGL cell coming on, we'll just send this one off. So remember, because we are pretty much permanently keeping them with the cell, they're going to be always launching those additional attacks. Perfect. Alrighty, so let's do that number. We'll keep him here. Really gonna bank on that dodge here. Had a feeling. We've been getting supered a lot. Slab one here. Really need these guys to start picking up on the extra supers. I want them to actually have a decent attack stat when we transform, but we are just not getting those supers today. There we go, there's one. So out of the 3 appearances so far, we've gotten 1 extra super. Oh my god, again with the double super. Alright, well, our AGL cell that, this is our one that's had quite a bit of build, is actually built up now. There we go, and now we got Int Perfect Cell coming in. Alright, here we go. So it took us 7 turns to get everything set up the way we want. Alright, so this is pretty much going to be his best linking setup for the Cell Juniors. Obviously, if we're really using them, we don't really care too much about the links. In fact, we would probably just use them as floating support. But, you know, this works. So, 4.9. Obviously, attack is not their thing. They're mostly here, like I said, floating support. But we do get an extra super, 5.2 on the second one. Alright, look at that. We actually proc 3 supers this turn. Make that 4. Okay. Wow, they actually showed off this turn. Nice. And then they dodge. There we go. We get the dodge 2 with AGL Cell. Oh, this is actually a really good turn. And then Incel is just going to go ahead and throw out that casual 23 million. Nice. And we get the double super and we finish off this phase. Perfect. Alrighty, so let's do that number. Let's grab that. Perfect. That dropped exactly the way I needed it to. Super slot 1, figured. 800k defense. That's enough. Okay, perfect. I feel like we've gotten supered every turn slot 1. See, this would have been the really nice turn to have them transform since we're type advantage. And they couldn't even swing out a double super for me. That's unfortunate. Alrighty. Let's grab that. Get a nice little heal for us, too. 360k here. Nice. Alright, and they're even going to get the Dokkan attack. How nice of them.
Time to get serious.
Alright, let's grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, missing that 6th one. I always miss the last one. Okay, so let's see here. How much can these guys actually do with a Dokkan attack? Can they do enough to take down the Fizz phase here? Alright, not with the first attack, but remember, they're going to be launching quite a few attacks. I don't think we're going to get another 4 or 5 super turn like we did last turn, but maybe enough. There we go, we get another one. Yeah, so like I said, floating support, these guys will be solid. Their defense post-super, if they get all of their supers, will be more than enough to tank them in the 3rd slot. Alright, now we get a fun turn. Sort of. Wow, okay. Let's do this number.
This is no game. Prepare yourself. You, the Earth, shall be destroyed!
Perfect. Okay. So, let's go ahead and do this number. Let's grab that with AGL Cell. Alright. I'm going to use a Princess Snake here just in case the androids don't dodge, because this is literally the only other friend cell on the... Okay, here comes his super on me. This is literally the only other friend cell on the friends list for today. So if I don't get this, if we don't do this showcase, then we don't have a showcase to upload. So, yeah. We'll just get through the turn so we can have another turn on the other rotation with our cell. Jr. Assuming he doesn't die here, he may very well just die here. But I mean, we didn't get the 7 key spheres with him, so maybe not. Or maybe he's okay. Now they start launching extras. There we go, of course. When we could sneak in an extra attack with Cell Jr. Well, that's alright. I mean, we saw what we needed to see with these guys. Their main function is 70% chance to dodge, or 60 more than likely, depending on the setup you're running. But their main function is to dodge and then support the likes of the artificial life forms team. So like for many people on JP, for example, there's that one mission for the Beast Gohan where you have to do artificial life forms, right? So that's definitely, or is it Cellmax? It's one of those so having some extra support here would definitely be helpful, especially since they have such a high chance to dodge. They could be very helpful for that artificial life forms mission, especially also being able to support. I mean, they really want to be around a Cell. The big issue, though, is we haven't had a good Cell in a while. AGL Cell is definitely showing signs of age. And then Int Cell, while still good, still has the problem of dealing with his base form. So, if we ever get a new Cell coming in, they're definitely also going to see a big rise in usage as well. So, guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. In the comments down below, let me know, what do you think of the AGL Cell Jr. and compare them to the batch of EZAs, the 16 and the Super Vegeta. What are you thinking? Who do you think is the best out of this batch? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.